Namaste, Divine Nation. It's Chi. Thank you for joining me on my channel. This is Divine Vibrations with Chi, and I am so excited to be talking to you today. I've got a little bit of a different view. I'm sitting actually at my meditation station. This is actually in my bedroom, and it is where I come to chill out and center myself and to find a sense of peace in a time when maybe my vibrations might be at a lower frequency, or I might need uh, a way to reset myself. So, welcome. I'm sharing my space with you today so you can see a little bit of where I actually chill out at when I need a few moments to myself. So, and one of the things that I actually do to help reset my energy is I try to clear negative energy around me. And I use several different methods to clear my energy. And one of them is this, which is a crystal infused water that actually goes through a very specific ritualistic process of cleansing. And then you can actually spray this either in your area or around your aura, and it actually cleanses your aura and your energies. And you can pick this up. Anyway, this one I actually picked up. I can't even remember. Let's see. It's called Intuition Connection. I can't remember where I picked this up, but I will definitely uh, put it in my link below. I know that her name is Azalea. I want to say, like, maybe it's Azalea Rose. She is a crystal energy healer, and it was her site, but I will put it in the link below so that you can find it. And it's an amazing way. I carry this with me in my purse because let's be honest, when we're out and about, sometimes there are other energies around us that aren't exactly positive and can derail us from our own energy vibrations that we're trying to keep at a higher frequency. I apologize. I hope the lighting's okay in here. I have a light in here, but it's a very different view from my actual like office studio that I have. But thank you, welcome. And so, as many of you know, another way that I actually energize myself is through my singing bowls. So I'm going to go ahead and strike this, and then let's get started on today's, or rather this week's, My Soul Challenge, which if you are new to my channel, please hit the link, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get more notifications of when I post. But I have been doing this like 35-week challenge to increase my vibrations, raise my frequency, and let me tell you, I I can't say enough about it. It has just been amazing. But before we get started, let's go ahead and just clear the energy and start with some positive sound. So here we go. Hopefully you can hear this. Mm. What a gift we take for granted, right? Being able to hear sound and enjoy. I know even sometimes people that I've heard this, people that are deaf, They may not be able to hear the sound, but they feel the vibration of sound. And really, that is exactly what sound is. It's vibration. It's uh, a reverberation of a frequency that we feel. You can feel sound. Isn't that amazing? It's a sense. We are such lucky beings. I think the fact that we are conscious to our senses and what we're experiencing through life, and we often take this for granted, like you would not believe. But in fact, we are so blessed to have such amazing senses. So, for those of you who have been to my channel before, I've been doing the My Soul Challenge. Let me just bring that up here. It's by Dr. Renee Purdy. She is a naturopathic doctor, but she does these challenge cards, and it goes with an app on your phone where you can just basically scan in the card. Woohoo! One flew out. I'm going to take the one that flew out because I love it when the universe speaks to us. And you get these little cards, and it's got an amazing little like quote or saying on it, and then you scan it into your phone and into this app, and and it gives you challenges. And who doesn't want to be challenged by in fun ways to be a better version of ourselves, right? And I think that's really honestly why we are all here. We are all sleeping giants. We have immense power. We have immense capabilities. We have immense gifts. We are so blessed in so many ways. And we don't even realize how blessed we are by the gifts that we've been bestowed on by the universe. And this challenge has really opened my eyes up to not only the fact that I am a real blessed being, but that I'm here for a purpose. I and I think the reason most of us are lost in this world is because we don't have that sense of purpose, or what we thought was our sense of purpose really isn't our sense of our true purpose. And so right now there's an energetic awakening, right, that's taking place in our world. And whether we even realize it or not, it's happening. And it is just tearing our world apart, because what we thought was happening before and what was important is being stripped away. And it's kind of like the magician, or the what is that? What is that in the Wizard of Oz? The wizard behind the curtain, right? And you're drawing open the curtain now, and so many of us are, and it's like, whoa, things aren't what we thought they were. Things aren't what was important to us prior to this year even is crap. Right? So many of us are cleaning out our closets of all of the junk, and whether it's emotional junk or physical junk, or substance abuse or emotional abuse or spiritual um, abandonment, or even a sense of coming right, and to people that we have wronged in our lives. This is what this time is for, I truly believe. And you are awakening your sleeping giant. And I think that that is an awesome place to be, because, well, you can only go up from here. And when you wake up, there's no way to go back to sleep, right? It's kind of like Neo taking the red pill or the blue pill, right? And one wakes you up, and once you wake up, it's really difficult to go back to sleep. And who would want to, besides that one guy? What was his name? Cypher. Is that his name? I think so. Anyway, let's go to last week. So last week's challenge was I was supposed to create my own challenge, and then or pick an older one. And I did the one that was smile, acknowledge people who cross your path. Now, now I think it's super funny that I picked that one because if you're gonna go see people, especially now, right now in this time frame, we're all wearing masks, right? So, but I really truly believe that if you're smiling, people see your smile even through the mask, and it's it's just one of those things. And I think people can see you smile just by your aura because your aura is smiling or your aura is just vibrant. So you don't have to physically see somebody smile to appreciate that they're smiling. Because you can just feel their energy, I think. So that's the one I picked last week. So we're ready for a new challenge. And let me just read the quote on this card. And of course, it's from one of my um, heroes, and that is Mahatma Gandhi, the father of nonviolent boycottism. Talk about just a lamb who has liberated a whole country from a lion, and without raising a single weapon, right? And that is an amazing accomplishment. And his quote says, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. What a great, great quote. And that's true. Honestly, many of us, I think we feel more fulfilled when we are helping other people. And right now, we're in a time where there are a ton of people hurting. This world has turned upside down, and it's going to be this way for a little bit longer through this portal. There it is. As it's opening, because it has to. It has to be this way. It has to awaken us. I forget what movie it is, but I think the phrase was, "It has to hurt if it is to heal." And right now, there's a ton of people in pain and in anguish and in loneliness, and that's also a part of the awakening process, because before, the people that you thought were your support system or your personal group of people that you normally hung around with or whatever, the veil has been lifted, right? And all of a sudden, you don't have access to those people anymore, either because physically you don't have access to them, or on an emotional or spiritual level, you aren't connecting with them anymore. And because you've awakened and you've come alive, you've woken up your giant, and all of a sudden, you're not connecting with maybe what you were before. And that could kind of feel like a lonely place for some time, until you find your soul tribe. You find your soul connection, the people that you truly do connect with, and see the world the same way you do. And that will happen. That will happen. I promise you. So don't give up on yourself. If you are right now going through a period of change, a period of transformation, hang in there and leave me a message. I'm happy to chat with you. I'm happy to be a part of your support circle. And I find others that are a part of your support circle, because it is through positive energy and sharing that positive energy that we can make this world a better place. So I'm going to just leave that there. Let's see what our challenge is for the week. And so start our 7-day challenge. Woo. Let's see. Be of service to others every day. As humans, we are wired to help others and to work together. When we are of service of others, we produce more feel good endorphins. Hmm. Who could not use some more of that? Feel happier and calmer. Our stress hormones decrease, our blood pressure decreases, and we even expand our lifespan. I would love that. I've done some damage in this lifespan. I could use a little bit of an extension. So for this challenge, we're going to be of service to others. Start your day by asking yourself how you can be of service to others, because it might not be readily available to you, and especially in this environment right now, it's hard to be of service to others. So many things have changed, and the dynamic of how they function changed, and we are obviously not being we're being socially distant. So there are different ways you can volunteer with a local organization. One of the organizations near my area is like Blanchette House. It helps with the homeless population, which, let's be honest, has just boomed since it was having a resurgence before COVID-19, but of course it has just taken off since that has taken a foothold in our nation. But being someone who volunteers, like to serve food, or maybe just even to prepare food. Some people make food and donate it. I know a lady on that was part of Blanchette House that donates cookies that she makes. That's her small way. We don't have to be, I mean, and let's be honest, we're not all like multimillionaires, right? And if the world was a different place, multimillionaires would be much more giving people and sharing in a time of need. But we can do small things, whether it's wintertime and you donate old coats, or you donate food or blankets, or you go to help serve food, or you go to help with an organization that does support people. Just today, I was driving past, and I feel so blessed and just so much gratitude that I'm not one of these families in a food line. Just down the street from my house, there is a church that is handing out food boxes today. There are so many people that are going hungry, and babies, and as a mother myself, it really breaks my heart to know that there's so many with so much less, and there's so much abundance in this world. And I wish that my greatest wish is that abundance could be shared with others that are less fortunate and are in need of that service. Offer your help to somebody. Sometimes that's helping your neighbor take up the groceries, or maybe go to an elderly person's house that you know of that might need some help with some housekeeping. You could also, offer to help somebody with their pet, or their children. I know many moms that could use an hour away from their kids, and especially in this environment where parents are now taking care of their kids at home, and doing homeschool. Not only are you being of service to that parent, but you're also being of service to the kids. So if it's somebody that readily, and you've had exchanges with them, and you can still stay socially distanced or take precautions, but be of service by helping out a parent in need of some time off, or some me time, some self-care time. So those are some great ways that you could do a little bit of help and be of service. And it honestly, it really doesn't take a whole lot. And it makes you feel good. It raises your own vibration. So, and I think that that's awesome. So that's the My Soul Challenge for this week. I am going to just pull a few cards. So I don't know if you can tell there, and I think you can, but here is my meditation station. I usually have some what's called a batti, or well, other people call it incense, but in Indian language we call it a batti. And I usually put a batti. I usually have incense burning a lot. One, because it just smells good. And two, because it really has a calming effect. It has a more celestial feel, and it just really changes the vibration in your home when you have one burning. So this two of them flew out of this one, and this is the Miracles Now deck. Is it two or three? Two. This is the Miracles Now deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. I absolutely love this deck, and I was super lucky to get it because I think it's actually discontinued. But this is what it looks like. If you have an opportunity to find it online anywhere, I would say snag it. I actually got this one on Etsy because it came from England, of all places. So I really do believe that it's not in print anymore. And it says, I surrender it all. So maybe some of us have something that we need to surrender. Well, we all have something that we need to surrender in this life. And it's that push and pull that we experience from the things that we need to surrender to raise ourselves to the next level of our ascension as individuals and spiritual beings. That it's that struggle, that power struggle that I think that holds us back. And that letting go, it's super hard to let go. It's super hard to step into something new and surrender that old you and shed that, and then walk into that new person that you're becoming, right? Because it's somewhat unknown. And it says, by spreading loving energy, I attract more love. Yep. So I have a theory. And my theory is the more is more theory. The more money we give away, the more money we naturally, it's kind of the law of attraction, right? We bring to ourselves. And you're not doing it to get money. You're doing it because you're giving it away to help somebody, right? To be of service to somebody else. But just by doing so and by letting it go, it attracts more to you. The more love you give away, the more love you get in return. The more kindness you show and give away, the more kindness returns back to you. Have you ever noticed that? Actually put that to a test. Because have you ever been to, say, a grocery store or in a line somewhere? Have you ever seen how when one person is angry and mad and throwing a fit and being rude and vulgar, or even attacking to whomever it is, it changes the vibration in the area around that person and what's going on? And have you ever really noticed that that works out for them? Maybe in some cases it does, but in most cases it turns people off. But have you ever seen what the opposite does? And this really does work. And I'm not saying be nice to get your way. I'm saying change your own vibration and be nice anyway. Because by being nice, the universe has a way of letting you have your way. It just allows for good things to come to you. So the more you love, the more you're kind, the more you give, the more you share, the more you raise your frequency, more of all of those things come back to you. And the more you hate, and the more you're angry, and the more you're discontent, the more of that comes to you. So just something to think about. So it says, I surrender it all. So that kind of is giving me an inkling to go to the Power of Surrender cards. And these are by Judith Orloff. Um, and these are her oracle cards. They're super beautiful. I love it. It's like a celestial sunset. So let's just see what the universe has to say. And I like to take cards that just like flip out of the deck. I don't pick cards. I let the universe and the energy around me actually dictate what the messages are going to be. And so that's what it's. Oh, there they are. And that's what we're going to get. And I feel like that's my spirit guides. That's the universe talking to me. And let me tell you, when I have just let live and let the universe talk to me, it is amazing what awesome things have happened to me, for me, and around me, and what messages have come to me and awoken me. It says, maybe this is needed for somebody out there. This has been a challenge for me in the past. And I have to say, I felt really great about being able to say I've been able to overcome mine. But the first one is surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. That's a cute card. It's pretty. Especially for, looks like there's like a spider web, right? We all weave a web of lies to ourselves. So I said that I had surrendered my addictions. I did. I was addicted to cigarettes for many years. My dad smoked since he was like 17 years old, and so socially it was something that was acceptable in my house growing up. And I was a closet smoker for many years. And when I actually got totally stressed out, that was my relief, right? Not so much alcohol. I used to drink, but I never was like addicted to it. I didn't like really feel like I had to have it. And then another one that I actually let go, but I don't ever feel like I was addicted to it because I could always let it go, and that was pot. And I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't like I couldn't live without it. But cigarettes, that was one of those things that I just felt like I couldn't let go. It took me so many times, you guys, in probably 17 years, I had quit and started back up and quit and started back up probably 5 different times. And one time I actually quit for like 5 or 6 years. And I went through a divorce and sure as heck picked it back up again. And then it was super hard to let go of it for a while. The other one is surrender your attachments to results. Ooh, we do. We get attached to a certain outcome, right, that we want. And sometimes that when we don't get that outcome, we get super disappointed about what's happening or the changes that are taking place because we have this idea in our head, this vision. And then when it doesn't happen that way, we get upset about it. So surrendering your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results, holding on too tightly to a desired outcome and sabotage it. Yeah. So I don't know where I heard this, but I feel like sometimes the vision that we have in our head is one way, but the vision the universe has for us is much better than the story we make up in our own head. And sometimes if we would just live and let live and let the whole thing flow instead of standing in our own way and in our own progress and trying to mold the picture of life the way we think it should go, I think the outcome tends to be a whole lot better than what we could have painted for ourselves. So I'm going to leave with an affirmation from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. and it's by Jill Pyle. I love this oracle deck. It not only uh, has ideas for self-care, but it also is it gives little affirmations, positive affirmations that really inspire me. And I use this deck. Actually, I use this deck and a lot of the other decks. Oops, I'm ringing the bell. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. I love that bell. Love that bell. I think if there was a fire, God forbid, uh, I think I'd take the kids and the bell. Oh my goodness, it's just that's too many. I just want one or two. So, but I think that's what I wouldn't worry about anything else. I would grab the kids and I'd probably be running out with with the singing bowl. All right. Well, two came out. So let's see what it says. Well, actually, three came out. Well, I'm going to actually read them all because they came out and they keep coming out in three. So it must want us to say all of them. It says create art. Immersing ourselves in artistic ways actually opens us up to divine intervention because we are actually naturally creative beings. Take a walk. One of my favorite things to do. So I love to take a walk around. There's a golf course around my area, and it's got a walking path that is very naturey, and they've really allowed, like, the squirrels and the chipmunks, and I think there's even a coyote in there, and the bunnies. And it's really awesome to be able to walk around this path. And it's pretty great because a lot of people are respectful. They put on their masks. Everybody's just out there to get some fresh air, and you're walking the perimeter of this golf course, but you feel like you are just out in the middle of nowhere, and you don't even notice the golf course really because you're just in nature. So taking a walk is a great meditative practice. To quietly walk and just take in the now moment is meditation. So I know a lot of people think you got to sit on a little meditation pillow and sit here and be all like, well, that is one way to meditate, but it's not the only way to meditate. Taking a walk in nature is meditation. It just is. Try it. Watch a movie. Now, that one might be tough for me. This one is probably going to be a really huge challenge for me. But I'm going to try it. And the reason being is because I am not much of a movie person. I'm not much of a TV person, actually. I don't really care for TV. I'll watch some shows, and I don't have a TV in my bedroom. I have one TV in the house. I gave away all my other TVs. Believe it or not, I had three at one point. And I don't watch shows, and I don't watch series shows. I'll occasionally watch a documentary, and the kids will get me to watch a show with them. We saw Secret Life of Pets 2. That was pretty awesome. I think I've seen Aquaman. Somebody keeps talking about me seeing something about like the social media, and it's The Social Dilemma. Now that I might watch on my own, but we'll see. I prefer to read. So the mantra for this is I am an artist creating a masterpiece that is called my life. Yeah. You're an amazing muse yourself. All right, what's the other one? It says, it's oh, okay. So it also says we're all artists and creators in our own lives, leading many works of art within them. And the more confidence we gain about our inner artists and take opportunities to create art for our own pleasure, actually opens up our life and our inner artist and our inner being. And to try something new, try representing my surroundings, favorite things, and go deeper within myself. And then it says you can even, if you have blocks, you can um, take practical steps to make cut through those blocks and maybe just try different methods, whether it's drawing or painting, maybe it's pottery, maybe it's just clay modeling. A friend of mine used to do quilling, and quilling is shaping paper and into different kinds of uh, shapes, and then she would glue it and make a picture, and it was beautiful art. It was just what she would do is amazing. So maybe you want to get into quilting or cross stitch. It reminds me. So I started this cross stitch blanket, and no joke, I started this blanket when my daughter was, in the womb, and and I got pretty far on this baby blanket, but I never finished it because cross stitch just wasn't my thing. So just make sure it's something you really like, and of course you won't know until you start. And you might just be like, donation, and you might have to find something else. Maybe it's music. That's your art. Sorry, I don't know what. So for the one that's take a walk, it says, with each step forward, I release what no longer serves me. So, like I said, experience a moving meditation and nourish your mind, body, and spirit simultaneously by carving out time to go on a walk. Commit to making a week-long routine where you go on one each day, even if it's only for a short time. Yes, so today was one of those days. Normally, I go on this walk and it's 2.2 miles around the golf course. But today the kids weren't having it. No. The older one actually started to cry. And she was like, don't make me do it. And the cruel mother that I am was like, yeah, we're doing it. Especially since you're crying. We got to do it now. And so I compromised, right? Like I didn't make them do the 2.2 miles. We did 1 mile, and we got to the half-mile marker and we turned back around and we did 1 mile. And so that was a fair compromise. But I still got to get my walk in, and I still got to get out in nature. And so did they. And believe it or not, they actually enjoyed it. And but taking a walk really is meditative, and it really centers you into the now and what you're doing in that moment. And every breath that you take with every step that you make is one step closer to a healthier you. So take a walk on the wild side. And then the last one was watch a movie, right? Which this one's going to be a tough one for me. Mantra, I am worthy of relaxing. I am worthy of relaxing. I am worthy of relaxing. But I don't know if movies the way to do it. Maybe I'll listen to some music or something like that. But maybe I'll try this just because I want to be try more things that I don't and get out of my comfort zone. So as I'm asking you to get out of your comfort zone to awaken your sleeping giant, I guess I too also have to try, right? So maybe a movie's in store for me in the near future. Movies are a beautiful way to escape into fantasy, slip into another culture, or try a different point of view. They can be the perfect indulgence when you need a timeout, a perspective shift, a deep belly laugh, or a good cry. Plan a night to watch a movie by yourself and journal about how it makes you feel. Treat yourself to a solo date night at the movie theater. Well, these days that's a little difficult. But maybe you can have your own indoor movie theater. Put the kids to bed and make some popcorn and watch a movie. It says, you are worth it. Organize a themed movie night with a loved one or a group and step out of reality into a story together. Maybe I'll plan one with the kids. Movies are much better for me with the children because they're a lot more fun to watch movies with. And they're goofballs like I am. And they really enjoy mama time. So let me just go ahead and ring the singing bowl one more time. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. This was super fun. I needed to laugh. Thank you for joining me again for another week of the My Soul Challenge. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate those of you who pop in and out of my videos. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for joining me. And namaste.